it was kind of like a letdown in that perspective. The mom was just like, we can't do this. I don't want to cry, bloody hell. This heart-wrenching feeling like, here we go, another week by myself, another week with no one to talk to. So moving on, bringing up my babies. I remember one night my mum came in because they were screaming so much. My mum came in, I was still living with my mum at this time. She picked up one of them and she took him to her room, rocked him to sleep, came back, put them in the cot. They started screaming. She said, I don't know what's wrong with your babies, and walked out, and that was my help for the night. I think that same night I called my boyfriend and said, I'm bringing them to your house, and I ended up driving up to his house and just dropping them, because when physical exhaustion hits you, there's nothing you can do. Your mood is off, your motivation is off, everything. You just feel like sleep. Everyone came to visit me kind of the first month of twins life. One thing I will say about having kids young is you lose a lot of friends. My mom told me this was gonna happen when I was pregnant. She said, you know, I've been through this. I know it may seem like all your friends are happy, excited for you right now, but when the babies actually come, they've got their own life to live. Like, you may keep one or two that, you know, really care about you, but your friends, they're just not gonna be there. And I said, no mom, that's my friends, they're so excited for me, you know, being young and naive as you are. Now I can definitely tell you 100% you lose friends. Like, how can I compare it? Like, one every day just dropping all of a sudden, no contact. Like, I don't hold it against them, because like, even if they reached out to me now, I would still reply and be cool, because they have their own life to live. It's not their babies, it's not their life, you know? And I just didn't understand why people weren't calling me, still inviting me places. It was kind of like dead silence. Oh, I'm coming to see the baby today, and then nothing. Do you know what I mean? So it was kind of like a letdown in that perspective, because, you know, everyone wants to keep their friends, everyone wants to feel included, and I kind of felt like from when I had them, you know, the phone calls just started dropping, the visits got less and less, and now here we are 4 years later, I barely see anyone. The only friends that are closest to me now are friends that have babies as well. I didn't want that to happen. I really felt like I could still kind of do everything that I was doing before, but it would just mean dragging babies along with me. Like, we would go shopping, you know, do anything. I could still do anything. I had a pram, I had a car, I was good. Whatever you lot was doing, I could have been doing, do you know what I mean? But I wasn't gonna beg for friends, so I'm not gonna be like, can you lot invite me? Do you know what I mean? Do what you're doing, I'll do what I'm doing, and that's life, do you know what I mean? But it was a disappointment or a letdown. I just wanted to tell you, just in case you are a young mum or you're pregnant now, don't expect all of the people around you to still be around you after you have this baby, because people get in this mentality like, now that you've had this child, you can't do half the things that you used to do, you know? Even though you're the same damn person, and people act like there's not babysitters out there. 2 little brothers and a little sister, and my mom, and now me and the kids as well. So it was a lot of, and it was only a 3-bedroom house, so there was what, 7 people in a 3-bedroom. So mom was just like, we can't do this. So I went to the council. Long story short, I ended up getting moved to East London. I live in West London. My whole family, all my friends live in West London, and I got moved to East London, and it's like an 1.5-hour drive in between two. So all I can say is that was the most loneliest 8 months of my life. No one came to see me. Yes, my boyfriend, he came to see me all the time, but he still had a job in West London, so he did what he could. But I ended up going to the doctor. I might as well tell you everything, because, you know, I'm a real person. I ended up going to the doctors, and I don't want to cry, bloody hell. Let me get it together. So I ended up going to the doctors and telling him I've just been really down. I cry every day. It was a really sad time in my life, guys. It was just, I felt like I had no purpose, no friends, nothing, just nothing but me and my kids. And obviously they did mean a lot to me in my life, but they didn't walk, they didn't talk, they didn't do anything. They were about 4 months old, so you know, they did nothing but shake a rattle once in a while. So it was the loneliest time of my life. And I ended up going to doctors, telling him I need help. Like, I don't know if I need to talk to someone or if I need like antidepressants or something. Crying all the time. Like, they would both be screaming their heads off. One needs a bottle, one needs a nappy change, I need sleep. And you just, what have I done? And you just start crying because it just seems like everything's taken over at once, you know? It just feels like overwhelming, that's the word. And on top of that, you have no one to talk to. Well, I had no one to talk to. So I gained a lot of weight. I went up to like a size 20. It was a bad, sad time for me. And I ended up leaving after 8 months. So all you single mums out there of young kids or of twins, like, I give it up because those 8 months of hell were just physically, like, obviously there was good times when my boyfriend was down and we'd go to the park or we'd go shopping together with the kids and it was fun. But as soon as he said, you know, gotta leave, got work tomorrow, it was this heart-wrenching feeling like, here we go, another week by myself, another week with no one to talk to. Living in Southall, there's nothing really to tell. Twins grew up, they started walking in my old house, they started talking, and now they're 4 and they won't shut up. They fight constantly. People say it gets easier, and I suppose in terms of they don't need bottles every 2 hours now, they don't need nappy changes, they, you know, they kind of go to bed themselves. I just have to give them kisses and cuddles, tuck them in, that thing, but you know, you don't have to rock them to sleep or nothing like that. In that respect, it's gotten easier, but I think once your kids start talking, you know, it unleashes a whole new, they fight all the time. I'm just, mom, that's all I ever hear 24/7. It's not as bad. The only thing that's driving me crazy right now that they're older, when we go out, like, they'll behave at home because they know I don't play that game, daddy doesn't play that game, don't mess about, you'll go to bed, you'll get a timeout, you know? But when we're outside, and let me know if you're a mum of like 4 or 5 year olds, let me know, because when you're outside, it's like they don't care what you've got to say. They really don't care because they know you can't punish me here. You know, even if I tell them when you get home, it's bedtime, or when you get home, you're not having sweetie, or whatever it is I tell them, they don't care. Listen, I'm out, I'm living life right now, I'm gonna do what I wanna do. Sorry, this hair's like... So like, I remember I came home crying, when was it? Like, I cry a lot, I'm an emotional person. When did I cry? I think it was last week. I came home crying because I took them to the chemist. Caden had an eye infection, so I had to go to the pharmacy to get the eye drops. So when we went there, they were running around, just running in circles, throwing themselves on the floor, doing the swimming. Look, my mum's swimming! Like, and all I kept saying was, can you please just sit down? I'll be 2 minutes. Sit down, mommy's coming. Sit down, I'll get you sweetie. And if you're watching this and you're one of those people that side-eye people with bad kids, just imagine what that person's going through. Because those people piss me off because you're looking at me like you don't know what kids are like. You're looking at me like I'm a bad mother. No, kids are unruly. Kids don't know how to listen. Do you know what I mean? So what do you want me to do? Physically beat up my child on the street to make them listen? No. To just have some compassion and understand what us mothers are going through. So I'm just going to round up this video because I can tell it's getting long. So if you are pregnant and about to become a young mum, I don't know why I said young mum, like 17, 18 or even 16, whatever age, even 20s is kind of young, you know, 21, 22 is still young to become a mum. It's not as easy as everyone thinks. I definitely tricked myself when I was 17 thinking, it's just a baby, you know, cute little babies. No, they're only cute when you can give them back to their parent. You know, everyone always says this, it's fun to have a baby, to play with a baby, to hold a baby, but then at the end of the day, when the day's done, give the baby back so that, you know, the hard stuff can get done. I know a lot of people don't think this is going to be easy, but they don't expect it to be as hard as it is. Maybe because I'm a mum of twins, it was just double hard for me, but guys, it was the hardest struggle of my life. I've never been through something so hard in my life, but God carried me through, and that is the God honest truth, because those full 8 months that I was very, very down, God carried me through. I just had to hold on. It's not easy, and it's not going to be easy, but it is the most rewarding job on earth. I've now that they're older, I laugh 24/7. Even when they were younger, I laugh at them all the time. They just, everything that they do is new, and it makes me so proud. They had their first sports day the other day. It was, go Kaden, run, run, run. You know, they just make you proud in every way, but then they drive you crazy in every way as well. So be prepared for both. I don't think, no matter what age you become a mum, I don't think you're ever fully prepared for what happens. Advice for young mums quickly, I've got a minute left to film before this thing cuts off. Stay positive, have help. If you need help, do not be afraid to ask. Find new friends that have children, because they're gonna wanna do things with you more than your old friends that don't. It's just the way it is, I'm sorry. Yeah guys, be strong. Be strong is the only thing I can say. If you're a mum of twins or 2 young children, be strong and laugh at yourself. You know, when everything's going chaotic, when everything's hectic and crazy, laugh at yourself. Just but don't think it's like the worst job in the world. I probably made it seem like the worst job ever, but it is definitely rewarding. You know, when I said to Kaylee, you've got free goes, you can go 3 times. She was playing the Wii. I said you can have 3 turns, okay, and then it's Caden's turn. And then she had 1 turn and she said, I've got 2 left. And as a mum, I know that she's just taken her brain, her little tiny brain, and she's calculated, I've had 1 go, so now I've got 2 left. That's a lot for a child to think about, you know, unless your child's a genius. That's a lot for a child to process and think, 3, take 1, and we have 2, yeah, especially they've only just turned 4 in June. Very, very proud. I was like, oh, my clever baby. Also, I definitely recommend finding a hobby. I happened to find my love for makeup after I moved out of my depression place, because when I was in that place, I don't know if the devil was trying to get at me, but my headspace was not good at all. I had no hobbies. I had no life apart from my babies, and that was the problem. That's probably why I got so upset, so wrapped up in my life, because I never had a break from it. Whereas now, every other day, if not every day, I take an hour for myself. I tell Yas, you've got the kids, don't you dare go nowhere, don't you dare make plans. This is for me. I'm sitting down, I'm beating my face, I'm making myself feel good. It might not be beating your face for you, it might be drawing, it might be, I don't know what other hobby, making something, it might singing, whatever you like doing, you need that time for yourself. Your whole life cannot just be wrapped up in the child. So yeah, I think that's all I've got to say, girlies. So if you're a young mum right now, good luck, stay strong, be positive, have help. I'm telling you, have help. Do not, if you can avoid it, do not move out of your mum's house. If you can avoid it, stay with your boyfriend. Single mum, young, is hard. It's hard. So I think I've done enough rambling for this video. I hope it helps if you're a young mum. If not, maybe you got to know me more and my story. And I will see you in my next video. Also, a tutorial for this look has been filmed. It's called the Insta Baddie tutorial. I'm not quite sure if it will be up or if it's up after, but I will link it below anyway. And I will see you in my next video, girlies. Take care. Bye.